Beneath the gleaming white marble domes of India's most iconic monument lies a question no one has ever answered completely. The Taj Mahal, a symbol of love, devotion, and architectural brilliance, has captured hearts for centuries. Yet, behind its poetic beauty, stories swirl through the winds of Agra about something far less romantic. Something locked away, sealed behind stone and silence. A series of rooms hidden from the world. Rooms no one is allowed to enter. Rooms that have been closed for generations. And no one, not even the Archaeological Survey of India, seems eager to speak about what lies inside. The question haunts historians, mystics, and curious minds alike. What is the secret behind the sealed rooms of the Taj Mahal? It begins with a love story. The Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan built the Taj Mahal for his beloved wife, Mumtaz Mahal, who died during childbirth. Construction began in 1632 and took over 2 decades to complete. Thousands of artisans, architects, and workers toiled day and night to bring his vision to life. They created a monument that would shimmer like a dream under the moonlight, an eternal tribute to love. But even as this legend became known to the world, other whispers followed. Whispers of rooms no one was meant to see. There are over 100 rooms inside the Taj Mahal complex, and many are open to visitors. But a particular series of rooms located in the basement and along the southern side of the monument remain, sealed off with thick walls, iron doors, and centuries of silence. Even more curiously, the ASI, the official body tasked with protecting India's heritage, has consistently denied public access to these rooms. Their explanation? Conservation purposes. Yet the doors remain sealed. Not just closed, sealed, locked behind stone and plaster. And this is where the mystery begins. What is it that lies behind those doors that makes their existence so controversial, so feared? Some believe it's simply unfinished rooms, built for structural balance and never completed. Others believe it's something far darker, or perhaps far older. Point one theory, popular yet deeply contested, claims the Taj Mahal was not originally a mausoleum built by Shah Jahan. Instead, it was allegedly a much older Hindu temple known as the Teju Mahalaya, dedicated to Lord Shiva. Proponents of this theory, including author Pian Oak, argue that Shah Jahan merely took over a pre-existing structure and remodeled it into a tomb. Their argument rests heavily on the existence of the sealed rooms. They believe ancient Hindu artifacts, carvings, and inscriptions are hidden inside, concealed deliberately to maintain a historical narrative built during the Mughal Empire. But there's no proof, or at least no proof that's been allowed into the public EYE.S of what lies behind the doors. Some claim it's too dangerous to reveal, not because of what it is, but because of what it means. There are stories, spoken in quiet tones, of British explorers who once tried to access the hidden chambers during the colonial era. Some say they opened one of the rooms and found strange, ancient structures that didn't match Mughal architecture. Others say they were stopped before they could get far. One tale even describes how a small group of researchers entered the chambers under secret permission and found stairs leading underground, deeper than expected, and then the passage abruptly ended. Sealed again. Who sealed it? And why? The ASI maintains a quiet stance. They say the rooms are closed for safety due to bats, structural decay, and humidity. But no photographic evidence has ever been released. No documentary footage, no public records of inspection, just silence. In a country where every historical monument is studied in obsessive detail, how is it that one of the greatest architectural wonders in the world has locked rooms that remain unexplained? Another theory brings us deeper into the underbelly of hidden knowledge. Some believe that within the sealed chambers lie ancient Sanskrit manuscripts, records of forgotten science and philosophy, knowledge that predates Mughal rule by centuries. According to these theorists, the Indian subcontinent has lost much of its ancient wisdom due to centuries of invasions and conquests. What if the Taj Mahal, or rather the building that may have existed before it, was a repository of that knowledge? Could the sealed rooms be libraries buried in time? Others believe something more terrifying rests within. Some paranormal investigators, who have only gotten as far as the garden perimeter, claim the energy around the southern base of the Taj Mahal feels different, heavier, almost as if the monument is protecting itself. While most of these ideas are dismissed as pseudoscience, a small number of people insist they've experienced strange disturbances when visiting the southern corridors. A chill that cuts through the Indian summer. Echoes where there should be silence. Walls that seem to hum. There is also a rumor, mentioned briefly in a restricted ASI report from the 1980s, that one of the sealed rooms was opened during restoration, only to be closed again within hours. No explanation was ever given. And so, the mystery deepens. Why won't the authorities allow researchers to explore the rooms under supervision? Why the complete silence from historians and archaeologists who otherwise love to debate every corner of history? Is the truth too shocking, too politically sensitive, or perhaps just too ancient to fit our current understanding? The Taj Mahal stands not only as a symbol of love, but now also as a monument to secrecy. Its marble walls have absorbed centuries of prayers, tears, and footsteps. Yet beneath it all, something remains hidden, something sealed away, not just physically, but from our understanding. And while the world gazes up at the minarets and domes in admiration, very few think to ask what lies beneath. Beneath the floor, behind the plastered doors, past the final corridor. What waits in the darkness? What history has been buried, and why? The sealed rooms of the Taj Mahal remain untouched, as if time itself was afraid to disturb what lies within. Yet the curiosity grows, not just among historians and seekers of truth, but in the hearts of those who sense that monuments like the Taj Mahal might hold more than just beauty and legend. They may hold answers, or they may hold questions no one dares to ask. Even in a world driven by evidence and science, there are some mysteries too tightly woven into the walls of history. The more researchers try to make sense of the sealed rooms, the more elusive the truth becomes. And yet, every clue, every whisper, every piece of forgotten history brings us closer to something extraordinary or terrifying, or both point. One of the most debated aspects of the Taj Mahal's sealed chambers is the unusual architectural symmetry of the structure itself. The Taj is known for perfect balance, every minaret, archway, and dome built with flawless geometry. Yet, beneath the plinth, where the sealed doors lie, there is asymmetry, a shift in alignment, a set of lower-level rooms that should match others in design, but don't. Why? Were those chambers repurposed? Or do they belong to a structure older than the monument we know? A few retired archaeologists, speaking off the record, have suggested that the sealed rooms may contain architectural elements inconsistent with Mughal craftsmanship. Ornate carvings, pillar designs, and floor patterns that don't align with Persian or Islamic influence. One source, now in his 80s, described seeing sketches made by a junior surveyor in the 1960s, showing strange symbols etched on the basement walls, symbols that were never publicly documented. The sketches disappeared. The surveyor left India, and the story vanished, like so many others. Then there are the royal records, or the lack thereof. The official Mughal records describing the construction of the Taj Mahal are surprisingly sparse. For such a monumental project, with thousands of workers and artisans, there should be detailed blueprints, inventory lists, and daily logs. But much of it is missing or vague. Some historians argue this is simply due to the era's record-keeping limitations. Others believe it's something else entirely, a deliberate wiping of the true origins. In recent years, a few public interest litigations have been filed in Indian courts demanding that the sealed rooms be opened for investigation. The petitioners argue that history cannot remain hidden behind locked doors, especially in a democratic society. The government's response has always been firm. The rooms are structurally unsafe, and opening them could cause irreversible damage. But the public remains divided. Are the authorities protecting history or hiding it? One particularly eerie tale comes from a local priest whose family has lived in Agra for generations. He speaks of a dream passed down from his grandfather, a dream where the Taj's foundation shifted and the earth beneath cracked open, revealing a staircase spiraling into blackness. He claims his grandfather saw, in that dream, a doorway with a glowing pattern and heard voices in a language no one had spoken for 1,000 years. Is it just folklore? A metaphor? Or does it echo something real that once happened, or might? Some point to the ventilation shafts and sealed windows along the base of the Taj Mahal, suggesting they indicate not simple rooms, but elaborate corridors, perhaps even a forgotten subterranean floor. One satellite thermal imaging scan reportedly detected heat patterns inconsistent with standard solid marble, as if something hollow or mechanical lay beneath. But again, that data was never officially acknowledged. Only a blurry image from a foreign university remained, circulating online before it too disappeared. If we entertain the theory that the Taj Mahal was built upon an older foundation, it opens up a realm of possibilities. Could it have been an ancient palace, a temple to forgotten gods, a library of sacred knowledge sealed away to protect it from war and conquest, or something else, something never meant to be uncovered? There is an even darker theory, less discussed, often ridiculed, but chilling in its implications. It suggests the sealed chambers house not objects, but remains, not of royalty, but of those who tried to challenge fate. Some even whisper of human experiments, prisoners of empires long forgotten, whose stories were buried along with their bodies. While this borders on horror fiction, it reveals how deeply this mystery has embedded itself into the human imagination. The unknown feeds not just curiosity, but fear. The Taj Mahal, though designed to reflect divine beauty, has always had an aura of melancholy. Some visitors speak of feeling overwhelmed not just by its grandeur, but by an inexplicable sorrow. Perhaps it's the story of Mumtaz, who died too young. Or perhaps it's something else, the echoes of the sealed past pressing against the present, trying to speak. But is there any chance these secrets will ever be revealed? Some believe modern technology, LiDAR scans, structural endoscopy, or seismic imaging could non-invasively peer into the sealed rooms and settle the matter once and for all. Yet every attempt has met a wall of silence or official redirection. There is always a reason not to proceed. Always a rule, a regulation, a delay. The excuses change, but the doors remain closed. And what of the people? The citizens of India, the historians of the world, the travelers who stand in awe of the monument. Each day, what do they believe? For some, the mystery is a wound. For others, a sacred veil not meant to be lifted. And for a few, the truth behind those doors may define the very identity of a nation, its heritage, and its rightful past. But as the sun sets on the Taj Mahal, each evening, casting golden shadows along the Yamuna River, the sealed doors remain untouched. Tourists pass by, unaware of the stories resting behind stone and time. The wind blows softly through the gardens. The marble glows faintly in the twilight. And beneath it all, the mystery waits, silent, ancient, and undisturbed. Will the truth ever come to light? Perhaps one day, a government will give permission. A group of brave scholars will walk through the chambers with cameras and flashlights. They'll record every inch, examine every wall, and finally show the world what was hidden for centuries. Or perhaps, the silence will continue. The mystery will live on, passed from generation to generation like a forgotten hymn. Because sometimes, what we don't know isn't just a missing piece of history. Sometimes, it's a mirror, reflecting back our fears, our questions, and our desperate hunger to understand the past. Until then, the Taj Mahal will remain more than a tomb.